I say my story finish in English. This how I am. Me na pikin ga mi. Pikin mi school na mi last stalo Townsville. Na mi walk Quinton Rail. Mi stop. Good place something to me come lo but they lo pikin lo mi. I'm not come good because me not look him you in a brother play because me look him Stanley and come lo me blah. The Christmas part. Christmas me when I begin lo me mid lo working Christmas. The house lo me to blah. Lord Townsville. Now Stanley comes lo line or get a telephone line or get a computer with a gun. Now you come tani mo kasi something you go upside down because begin problem me I'm no sabe lot of English. Now you think as in begin me I'm no sabe English but begin me people line remember they want him sabe English. Now me like I'm like so masin you come here and tani mo get something you go upside down. Now you still in blessing me. Now YouTube brother yeah now me wake out. Or say YouTube brother yeah. One bill on a rock, one bill on the sand. You see, if you are in the Bible, you know so much about Bible, you will know because one brother built on the rock and one brother built on the sand. So you and your brother, like you were in the background, but you're not handling us things properly because you see, when we move in from Townsville, my son said to me, Mom, when we go to Queensland or Victoria, we'll have a very big house. Oh, my poor son. We never had a big house. We were struggling. We were thinking what's going on because Stanley came on to us, Christmas in Townsville, 2012. And then I drove through massive Quinton Flood with his coming here. And if anything happened to me from Queensland to Victoria, my son will survive. So I fly and I dropped. Then I lost my number plate in the flood, and we came to Victoria. And then things didn't come too well for us. We were stressed and we were struggling. Things, our computer at home was upside down. Even my home computer was upside down. Actually, it was upside down. I got a technician come in. My whole computer, like the whole computer you have at home, was upside down. So I was struggling. I applied for millions of jobs, didn't come to me. And I was doing church flowers for 2.5 years, but my son was doing his apprentice. And like things went on because you were into that, background because my son's dad can't even speak the language properly. And you were trying to be in the power of what we have. But you were the devil, you see, if you were a good one. Because I'm a good girl, I was giving my time doing church flowers for 2.5 years. From 2012, you think about it. And I was doing studies at night, and all my son was doing apprentice. And then, like, the tenant tell us that from where we were in a granny flat paying rent on cash, my son said the tenant said his daughter had they will move in the family. So because at that time my house in town was on rent. And then I remove everything from the house. We clean up everything, and we were going like you were trying to take us into hotel. But think about it, my son was only teenage. Me and my son, you were doing everything. You devil was doing everything the wrong way to me and my son because we had got children. I was given my 2.5 years. If you're chained, If you're a saint, you didn't come and find me at the place that I normally do my church flowers every weekend, you see. I give my time to God for what I do. But you were trying to steer everything the wrong way. But God up there watches everything, you see. From 2012, that God, the nature, take action on everything because you are the devil was behind everything, you see. The devil, you are the devil was behind everything. If you're a saint, because my house in Townsville where Sam and I will live, there was a big flood, there was a big cyclone came in and put a fence down, which I had insurance on the fence, the house and contents and everything. So the flood and the big cyclone put a mark on everything. They came and fixed my pants and everything just before everything happened, you see. And then I drove to massive Queensland floodwood is, and I lost the front number plate in the flood and everything coming into Victoria. The God, eyes of God, I was already telling you, they are the nature, they watch everything. They're the eyes of God. You coming to do bad things to God's children, the nature fights for everything, you see. It wasn't you coming into our life, it was Stanley came into our life. In 2012 was the Christmas dinner, my son and I, we were organizing in our house in Townsville. You done everything wrong behind our back in everything because you thought you could take in the possession of me and my son, but you didn't handle the things properly. And then the devil comes and uh, take over you, and what you do is totally wrong around my family. So you wiped out because we are children of God, you see. My kids in Papua New Guinea, and then like your wedding in Buckingham Palace that you were gonna have. My kids, they took the action on everything because you had the devil in the background doing everything wrong to us. And we've been struggling. I lost my mom in between everything, and then I lost Papa Rod and everything because you are not good in our family. Because my grandfather works here with the Australian government. We came to Australia, we could have come into Australia by human rights, but we came into Australia. Uh, we come into Australia by rights, but we come into Australia, me and my son, we come into Australia by rights. Because my grandfather worked with Australia. We get money from Australia when we first grew up in Papua New Guinea. So there was no connection between you and your family because my grandfather was a chief and a warrior. So what we have and what you trying to do, you didn't do it any well because you, the devil, was behind everything. So you didn't handle things properly between me and my son. Because I see nothing from you because Stanley was already coming into a Christmas party. Dinner, my son and I, we were having this Christmas in our house. Stanley came on the line. It wasn't you. I didn't see nothing of you. It was Stanley. Because when they came to play the World Cup in Townsville when I was with Townsville Bulletin, we look after him. We do his laundry, we take him a car, we do everything for him because my son and Rod knows him and everything. So Stanley was in our life. It wasn't you because if it was you, you didn't come on our line. You were the intruder behind everything trying to steal what we have. So you wiped out in Jesus. You like Psalm 129. See, you like grass on a rooftop. I've grown and yellow. There's now foundation, no roots to the ground. You see. And two brothers building, one built on a rock, one built on sand. So you are the devil behind everything. So it wasn't you, you see. Our Christmas party, me and my son, we had the house we had at the Kelso, 8 Medici Drive. That's where Stanley was already in our life. In the house, in the car, in everything we have. Because he came for the World Cup and it was in our house. We accommodated, we do look after him. So what you done to us, you this devil, you think that the man can't speak the language properly. The man. Because he got lucky to football. Because he oh, poor Stanley. He doesn't know how to speak English. I can speak the English, but can't. Now his wife over there, they taught him how to speak the English, and he can speak and he do things now. I saw him on video, he can talk the language properly. He was a grassroots, a real grassroots, a real kind of boy, but he got lucky through football. So what did you do us? God, nature fights for everything for what we have. So you were the intruder, doing everything through the football game too as well, you see. You lost in every way, the football game. Sorry. Son and me. My son said, Mom, we have a big house when it goes down Victoria, and we never had a big house, and we've been struggling, and my son was really opting to Papua New Guinea. You, this devil, was behind everything. I demolish you and wipe you out in Jesus' name, because you got no rights into a life, because this is where my grandfather worked in Australia and Papua New Guinea for us to live freely and enjoy this beautiful country for us with kids. You see, my kids in Papua New Guinea, they don't they don't live in a proper accommodations and everything, because they all fight everything what they have, because you're the intruder, you see. You wiped out in Jesus' name. You're like a grass on a rooftop turning yellow. There's no foundation.